Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS Inform. Joining us in the studio is Mike Steffe, the Executive Director of the Tri-County Y in Ferdinand. And they've got a couple of exciting events coming up, one this coming Friday and then one for next weekend, having to do in a way with the Ferdinand Heimat Fest and it not happening, so you're going to have your events. And it's also fundraisers for the Tri-County Y. But a lot of things with the Tri-County Y are always centered around activity. Because these are good, healthy events to do. Let's talk about, first of all, why you are doing events like you are.
Well, Bill, like you said, these two events that we're going to talk about today are usually in conjunction with the Ferdinand Heimat Fest. So kind of built into the whole activities of the weekend. With the cancellation, we decided to go ahead with these events, kind of waited a little bit, put our COVID plans in place, and, just a way to get people out, outdoors, a good safe environment, and allow them to get some physical activity in.
Okay, so these two events are a disc golf tournament and then a volleyball tournament.
That's right.
Is that right? Okay.
That's right. So this Friday, we are having a disc golf scramble, which is it'll be a two-person team. So like if you and I were a team, I would throw my disc, and then you would throw yours, and then we would go to which one was the best. Okay. And then we would both play again until we finished the hole out. So much like a golf scramble. Disc golf is a pretty popular game. See a lot of a wide range of ages playing it. A lot of kids play it. It's good activity. It doesn't take a ton of time or equipment. We actually have discs at the YMCA that people can check out. The disc golf course in Ferdinand is part of 18th Street Park. It was installed a couple years ago. It's a 9-hole course over the gently rolling hills of the park. So it's a good walk to do in. For this scramble, we're going to play 18 holes, so you go around the course twice. Okay. You can pre-register by calling the Y or stopping by the Y, or you can show up on Friday sometime between 5 and 6. So registration will start at 5. Once we get you registered and signed up and there's an opening, then you will take off and start your round. If you come later on, same deal. After you sign up, you will go ahead and start your round. So the last group will tee off at 6 o'clock.
So you don't do a shotgun start?
Nope. Okay. No, last year we did, but this year with kind of social distancing and thing, we thought it would be best that people would not stand around and gather at the first hole, so we're just going to send them off on their way. And this year we're excited to have a $5,000 hole-in-one contest. So hole number 3, which is 299 feet long, wow. Okay. Will be a hole-in-one contest. So if you can garner a hole-in-one on that one, you will win $5,000.
So this is a disc golf tournament. Explain disc golf a little bit for those who may be thinking that sounds like something I'm not going to get involved in. But it really is just, you've thrown a Frisbee, which is a brand name, but if you've thrown
right.
that, you've thrown these.
That's right. So our bags of disc golf clubs, so to speak, okay. consist of 3 Frisbees or discs. One for long range, your driver, 1 for mid-range, so shorter shots, and then a putter. There's a tee box, just like golf, and then the holes for disc golf are actually a basket. So it's a wire basket with chains hanging down around it, so you can fling your disc off the chains and it'll fall in the basket. Most holes are par 3. 300 feet or so is about the longest hole. Some of the holes at the Ferdinand course are a little more challenged based on their location with trees and hills and things like that. So it's a lot of fun and doesn't take a ton of time. It's not terribly expensive. Our disc golf scramble is going to be $30 per team, okay. So $15 a player. Opportunity to win some nice prizes. There's disc golf courses all over the county at Patoka Lake, 4-H, Huntingburg, and those courses most of the time, if you just go out and play around, you play for free.
And this is just really it's not a new sport, but it's really starting to take over, and there's new golf courses that seem to be popping up a lot of places, and it's something anybody can do.
That's right. I'm also a member of the Town of Ferdinand Park Board, so this idea was brought to us by a resident a couple years ago, and when we looked into it, it wasn't something that was very expensive to install, or it's not very time-consuming to maintain, and it's an activity that people can go out, pretty much unsupervised, and all ages, from from kids all the way up to older adults can play it, and it's great exercise. Doesn't take a ton of time, so it's a really good sport. It's a fun way to go out and get some activity.
Okay, disc golf tournament this Friday.
That's right.
You said it's a two-man team. Is it to where you and I decide we're going to play as a team and we go, or do we get there and somebody says, okay, you and you are together?
Nope, you bring your own team.
Okay.
So bring a friend, bring a buddy, bring a good disc golf player.
Yeah, obviously.
Ideally. Yeah, obviously. But go out there, just have some fun and hang out. Hopefully it'll be a nice evening.
If somebody would go to it, you say you'd be there at what time?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock to register,
Yep.
right? And then you're going to start at 6.
We're going to start after you register, so the first group will tee off at 5.
Oh, okay.
If you pre-register at the Y, I would advise you to show up around 5 o'clock or so, and we'll get you on your way and started. And won't take a ton of time, and we'll get everybody finished, and then we'll contact everyone and post the results.
Kind of an odd question, but how long does it take to play a round of, or 2 rounds, I guess, of disc golf?
Well, I would say if you're not waiting on someone, so if we just went out and played on our own, we would probably play 18 holes in less than an hour.
Oh, okay.
With the Scramble and, maybe more people on the course than normal, maybe an hour and a half.
Okay.
I don't know. Usually moves pretty fast. You don't spend a lot of time looking for lost discs in the woods or anything like that. And usually, I don't know how you are at golf, but the way I'm at golf, sometimes you don't always make forward progress.
No.
Sometimes you make sideways progress,
Right.
but hopefully in disc golf, you're always going forward and toward the hole or toward the basket. And, as it being a scramble, also that gives you the advantage of playing your best shot every time. So it should go pretty quickly.
Sounds like fun. I hope people get involved. Now, next weekend then is the volleyball tournament.
That's right. Saturday, July 18th will be our sand volleyball tournament. Also going to be at 18th Street Park. There are 2 sand volleyball courts there, so we'll have games going on simultaneously. It's a co-ed tournament, $60 per team, double elimination. You need to always have 2 females on the court with you at all times. We've been doing this for probably 8 or 9 years at the Heimat Fest, and it's a lot of fun. We see teams come out just to have fun. We see some pretty competitive teams, and it seems like the games are always, fairly close and competitive. And again, they go fast, rally scoring to 21, so lots of action, scoring points on every serve. And, it's just a good time. There's plenty of shade at 18th Street Park, and we just advise people to kind of bring their own lawn chairs and coolers and have a good time.
And with all of these activities, make sure you maintain that social distancing. And if you feel you had to wear a mask, if you are comfortable wearing a mask, suggest wearing a mask. That's a good idea.
That's right. It's always a good idea to wear a mask when you're out in public and can't stay away from each other. We're going to have the volleyball courts kind of fenced off to help with balls rolling away, but also a way to kind of keep the spectators back a little bit. And we'll have some rules in place about touching other people and players and different things, and try to do the best we can to keep everyone safe.
Now, for the volleyball, disc golf, you can almost decide Friday afternoon, I'm going to go and do that. You just show up. But the volleyball, you're probably doing a little bit more of an organizing of a team.
Yes.
What do they need to do?
We would like for you to register by Thursday, the 16th. So you can call the Y, you can print the form off our website, print it off, and we'll get you signed up ahead of time. We want to be able to draw the teams out, put our bracket together so that we can kind of let teams know when they should show up.
Is it a single or double elimination?
Double elimination.
Okay.
So you have to lose twice before you go home.
Okay, so if I played, I'd be guaranteed 2 games.
That's right. You'll be guaranteed 2
2
games.
matches or?
2 games. The game is best 2 out of 3.
Okay.
So, the first 2 games will be to 21, and then the third game will be to 15. So you're going to play minimum 2 games twice, so 4 games minimum.
And there is no age categories or anything like that?
Nope.
This is just a team?
Yep, it's just a team. The only kind of requirement is that there's 2 females per team on the court at all times.
So that's co-ed tournament?
That's co-ed tournament, yep.
Okay, and you, a week ago, I think it was, time flies when you're having
That's
fun.
right.
Although really it was like a month ago.
That's right.
You actually started the new construction for the expansion of the Y, but you broke ground.
That's right. June 29th, we had a groundbreaking ceremony. Actually, put the first groundbreaking physically was on June 1st, but it's kind of really goes back to 2017. We conducted a community needs assessment. We engaged with a lot of businesses and community leaders and just trying to see what their perception of the Y is, what their vision of the future was, and what their willingness to support was. From that, we launched our Reimagine Your Y capital campaign, set out to raise $2.3 million. Again, you mentioned time flies, but our first donation check was received in December 2018. We spent much of 2019 engaging folks and raising money. We're able to raise just over $2 million, which was fantastic. Spent a few months on facility design, architect, a lot of the behind the scenes permitting, different things like that, and kind of had everything ready to go probably around the time COVID struck. But I don't think our project is really delayed a whole lot, maybe just a few weeks getting started, but I feel like we made up a lot of ground in June. It was a pretty nice weather month, and hopefully we'll be pouring floors, easy for me to say, here in July, and start seeing steel go up in August, and looking forward to opening the expansion in early 2021.
Does this affect people's use of the Y at all right now?
It does not. The only thing is our parking is restricted a little bit. We haven't really had too much of an issue with that, and as we start moving some of the steel and equipment off the parking lot of the staging area, things will open back up by the fall. So I really don't anticipate any disruption of any activities at the Y. The building is an expansion, a separate part, so nothing within the current facility is going to be affected. So we don't expect any really downtime or any lapse in any kind of services at all.
Good luck with that.
Thanks.
And if people would still like to make donations, they certainly can.
That's
do
right. It's available on our website. We'll be kind of launching another cap-off campaign here in the next probably maybe early fall, hopefully as things start to settle down, and try to cap it off and raise that last bit of money that we need.
Perfect. Mike, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks, Bill.
And good luck with the disc golf tournament this Friday, and the sand volleyball tournament, which will be next Saturday. You said July 18th?
That's right.
Okay. Register in advance if you can by contacting the Y. And so you know what? We still can have some fun over the summer, but please maintain that social distancing and wear a mask. Okay.
Thanks for having me, Bill.
Mike, thank you very much. Thank you for watching 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.